we are already off with a DLC track, Ninja Hideaway, and this is going to be an absolute interesting one because this is actually one of the more interesting tracks, to say the least, from the new DLC Wave 2, and I really do enjoy this track. You see Frago automatically in control, in first place, taking that shortcut with the Shroom Jinx right behind them in fourth place. Gonna be able to dodge that banana, but the other competitor was not too lucky themselves.
We just gotta hope for Jinx's sake that she hasn't been in SNS for quite a while. Hopefully she's not out of practice. She knows exactly what she's doing. Right there, you saw Bum a little bit in the back, and now you see Kiro in fifth place using a very interesting setup that I don't really see him use from time to time.
Interesting is to say the least. That is on quite a wild loadout, but maybe it's one of, maybe a strategy to say, you know what, I gotta do the worst
King
loadout.
Charles with those dodges though, man.
Yeah, beautiful moves.
And right now you see Nudie, hopefully we're saying that right, using that star power, got a little bit stuck between some of those kunai or shurikens.
I would say those little spiky kunais in the middle of the track.
Hopefully we're using the right term for that.
And we got Asuna here in fourth place. Biddy Buggy loadout, gonna be able to grab that double item box. Triple shrooms. Gotta be able to pop those off one at a time. Gonna try and catch up to first place, which will only be Funny Name at this point. But still, this is an extremely close race going into this third lap. Got fire getting thrown at Jinx, gonna move her down to third and get Boomerang backed. Beautiful move by Frago. Gonna be able to dodge those bananas who were once Shy Guys. Grab a single item box, and now we are in the final section of this track. Funny Name leading the pack.
And Funny Name is just doing exactly what. That's the same loadout that kid.
Oh, he fell off
the track.
Loadout. That's
he was lacking. He was trying to do. He was literally trying to figure out where do I place this guy at any point in this track. As Funny Name gets first place.
I actually saw him break a smile a little bit there.
I did too.
He was like, oh, I messed up a little bit. We see Frago in second, Asuna in third. Really great showing so far. As long as you're getting like that top 6 finish every single race, you should be able to move on to semifinals.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a great time. Again, if you want to interact with us on the Twitch chat, just go to Allied Esports' Twitch channel. We are there live. We look at the chat from time to time. That's why we look down to see what y'all are saying and try to put it up on the big screen.
And to follow off that, I just want to welcome in everyone into the chat. We got Maru, we got Astra, we got Scott, we got Danny Fathom in the chat. Yes, DC Danny. And Jinx is in here. But still, really, really amazing racing overall. Join us in the chat. What do you want to see next, Vonnie?
That's a tough one. I want to see some Wave 3 DLC, but it's not out until December 7th.
We'll wait. But December 7th is like literally right around the corner, surprisingly.
Isn't that like the day before the Game Awards, now that I think about it?
Is it?
I think so.
I have no clue when the Game Awards are. I
thought they were
any single time,
something like that.
Any single time those are on, I just open up my phone, open up Twitter, and that's how I know what's going on. I'm just like, oh, it's the Game Awards. I'll check it out.
Well, we are going to go to Music Park for this next race, and it already sounds we are getting heated tensions between the players.
Music Park's an S-tier track, in my opinion. I don't know why they're already getting tilted off of this track, because 2 front runners, that's what I want to see. That's what I would want personally if I was competing in this one.
No, absolutely. Here we are. We're going to be starting off in Asuna again, who got third place in that last race. Let's see how she does this time around. Already hitting out Funny Names. Got to be careful not falling off the piano with the arpeggio music.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward interaction between the Roy and the Donkey Kong there. Almost falling off the track. Jinx counter hopping. Going to be able to land that no item shortcut. Go in front of the Roy. Us right behind him. That's Banana, gonna be able to use it for defense, but look at that flag trail. They were like a half a mile away.
And right now you see King Charles, who's actually trying to compete with some of these other top competitors, who had a decent run going into that final lap. You can see the scores in the standings right there in the top right of the screen. Where you see that Kiro's got 4, Jinx got 5th, and King Charles got 6. He's holding on, and good use of throwing the greens forward to stop the back green. So Jinx right now is set up pretty well, but let's see how they're going to take out Kiro in the front.
Yeah, Frago, single shroom to his name, gonna be able to dodge that piranha plant. If you get a UMT through that piranha plant, they are not gonna be able to chomp you down. Fun game, gonna try and get out one more time, getting trailed by that red. Shock is out. King Charles gonna be able to pick up that double item box and going to be able to grab a pretty ideal loadout, but lose half of it. Let's see if they're gonna be able to use this golden mushroom to the full maximum potential. The thing with the golden mushroom, you can actually time it so that it expires into the item box. If you know where those spots are, you will have such a better time using said item. Fun game, gonna get hit by a red. Jinx gets caught in the off-road a little bit.
And there's a blue shell on the mini-map. We gotta be wary. How's that person in first gonna dodge? Are they gonna try doing after you? No! They're just gonna take the full force of that blue. It's gonna be Kiro who decides to fall off the track a little too late as he now loses 6 coins instead of 3.
That's one of those moments where you should just take the full force of it. Falling off the track, it's a little bit more risky than saving time, if anything. You'll save maybe 0.1 seconds, and with the lead that Kiro had, he was safe to just go and take the full force, but Frago is not going to be safe from that red shell. Has a mushroom though, has 2 to go into the off-road and grab first place.
Good job on Frago. Asuna getting second and Jinx getting third. So funny name getting fourth right there. He got knocked down a few spots, but you know what? The name of the game is Mario Kart. You see all these players get carted, which is a term for when someone gets brutally hit a lot by a lot of items. But you know what? That's just the nature of this game.
It is. And it's just one of those things where you have to be able to understand what you have to do to catch back up when that happens, right? It is an inevitability that you're going to get dragged, you're going to get trailed, you're going to get hit by stars, bullet bills. You have to know what you can do to catch back up to the front of the pack. If you don't, you're going to have a really hard time just trying to get any sort of points to be on your side. But still, we got a lot of people in the chat. We got Blackout in here. Inferno saying that they use the SNS VODs to learn how to play the game, which is actually really cool. That's one of the things we talk about all the time, running back the footage and trying to understand what went wrong.
Okay, but then you got the real question. Do they listen to the commentators' advice?
We don't know what we're talking about, Vonnie.
I mean, again, it's not like we have 7 championships combined. I guess we don't know what we're talking about.
Nope, we know nothing. You know what, Vonnie? You didn't even get top 20 NA Open. Come on, what are you talking about?
Neither did you. What are you talking about? Not this time around.
I was on 3. No, oh God, this PTSD track. Talking about the NA Open.
We were just talking about how painful he was having time on NA Open.
Tokyo Blur is now one of my least favorite tracks in the game. It's not the worst, but it's down there after the NA Open, man. It is impossible.
And hello, Ty, by the way. He addressed us. Ty, I hope you're having a good time back.
Oh, Ty, howdy. An amazing racer themselves. They also have an SNS champion under their belt. Love to see you in the chat. It was great seeing you as well. The whole edge to our team.
And Scar, what a fun time. But right now, the time Jinx getting dragged out by Funny Name in the Koopa loadout.
Koopa goes crazy with those drags, using their fallen brethren.
I was going to say, like, whether it be green shell or red shell, and you're playing Koopa, are you technically, like, harming your own people?
Yes, absolutely. The Koopas, they help each other.
That's a home to someone. How did they get a new shell?
We got Duty here. Got to get back with the green shell, though. Unfortunately, did not see that one coming. Getting back is one of those things where it's just, you always think it's not going to come your way, but then it does. And it just hurts you so much. Spamming out fire, going to be able to grab a double item box. Going around the rest of the competition. One in a second. King Charles getting dragged. As you're seeing another competitor, probably Jinx, getting hit by a red shell. Grabs double item box. Now we got the scores in the top right corner.
Now, I wonder if that was Bum who dragged out King Charles right now. You see Duty passing by. Nas Fury over here as well, getting hit out in the back. They got one last lap to do something right now, and they have no more time to wait to make a power play.
No, you have to start catching up, especially on this track. There are no shortcuts. There are no little secret paths. You have to start working and getting up in the front of the pack.
Now be careful of that red shell. You know, if you pass them, you're the target.
Absolutely. That's the name of the game of Mario Kart, isn't it? I think Funny got item screen there, avoids the bomb back, and that's going to be Kiro in first place. He's going to be able to grab that, and
he needed that from the music park race incident that happened.
Yeah, and you know what? Kiro doing extremely well now. Funny name with that third place, Jinx in fourth. You're seeing the consistent top four come out race after race. We talked about them, and they are playing extremely well right now.
Absolutely, but it looks like we do have the racers on deck, so let's go ahead and throw them up here. Let's see what we got. We got Batter Cookie, 13, Tin Skew with the return, Cash, Sloppy Gunner with another return, Baby Goat, S Draw Cab, Pink Unicorn, Mama Nudie, and Mac and Cheese. If you hear your name, head on up to the Hype Tunnel. We are waiting for you to get started on qualifier number 2 once qualifier number 1 finishes with this final race.
Bonnie, you don't remember who S Draw Cab is?
No, I remember the name.
Okay.
I remember the name.
I was like, it's backwards. It's backwards.
I remember the name. It's just like, it takes me a minute to think about that.
I know. I was like, when you're reading it off a list, you're just like, oh, there we go. Oh, another DLC track, Mario Circuit 3. Amazing. I enjoy it a lot. But I feel like it's actually one of those harder bagging tracks because of the fact that it's a very lengthy track. There's a lot of little hoops that you have to go through in order to catch back up.
Let's see if there's a Metal Mario turning gold.
Maybe. That's one of the cool things about this track is that because of the lighting, you can see it's all yellow. That if you're playing a reflective character like one of the metal characters or metal parts, it'll turn gold. It's kind of cool.
So what Hero is doing right now is called bagging, folks. What it is that you're purposely in the bag trying to get the more powerful items. And usually after 30 seconds, the blue shell or the shock will be able to spawn into the map, which can cause a lot of major damage.
Yeah, and then you're just using those items to catch back up. As we're seeing X-Missis. I think that's what X-Miss.
I'm calling this us. I'm assuming so until they tell me otherwise.
It's a tongue twister if I do have to say. Duty here right back into 7th place. Grabs a ton of points. Gonna try and chomp out that king.
Ooh!
Grabs 2 competitors, but unfortunately is not gonna be able to gain any spots off of that. James Green gonna back it. Not going to land on anyone. Grab some more. Give them in the back camera. Yes, back camera, one of the best utilities that you can have to use to just know what's around you.
And just in case, for some folks who are not clear, you're noticing that some of these top players in the top spots, they're collecting 10 coins. You get 10 coins, you're increasing your top speed. And I think that was King Charles' own green.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But like Bonnie was saying, you get 10 coins, and you see in the bottom left corner, you will have a 2.5% increased speed. But every time you get a coin, you are increasingly going faster, having a higher top speed. So fast. So basically, if you have 7 coins, like Asuna has 9, they are technically going 43 miles per hour, you're going 40. That is how that unfortunately gonna get ready right at the final section of this track. But Jinx gonna be able to grab that boost panel and grab first place.
Look at that. She's making sure that the crowd is hyped with those heart symbols. Frago in second. Asuna is still able to recover into a top 3 spot. Good job on all of them. We'll see what it end up being after just a few moments, but fantastic racing overall.
Yeah, it's great to see Asuna not letting the nerves get to her, being able to grab top spots consistently. That's what you want right out of the gate, especially just saying, okay, I competed with a lot of top dogs here. Going into the semifinals, you got to have that same mentality.
Oh, absolutely. And another tip, by the way, for a lot of folks who are coming into the next set of qualifiers, if you're in first place and you get a coin, don't just use the coin yet. Get another box so that way you have a guaranteed defense. Because if you just release the coin, chances are you're highly going to get another coin. So you want to at least have a second item. The only way to do that, you got to hold on to your coins.
Yeah, I believe it's, if you're in first place and you don't have another item, it's like a 95% chance that you're going to get another coin. So you want to hold on to it, go through the item box, grab an item to defend yourself because you're going to have a flurry of items coming at you like we're seeing Jinx currently getting hurt from the fire and the boomerang. And then Frago, fortunately enough, had the double shrooms there to be able to just recover from that red shell hit, grab first place, and then we got Funny Name here.
And Funny Name just throwing fire, able to take out a competitor, so trying to catch back up. And then you have this competitor over here, unfortunately, hit it too much off-road there. And King Charles is getting demolished by the star, and then was that his own green or was that another green?
It was his own green. He tossed it forward, 2 of them. one broken, one says, hey, I missed you. Let me just get right back to you.
It is unfortunate to see these players play in such an abysmal state.
Honestly. But we got the scores already for you from qualifier number 1. Let's see it. Froggo Grab in first place with 47. Asna in second with 44. Jinx in third with 42. Funny Name in fourth with 39. And Kiro in fifth with 38. King Charles in sixth with 30. Nudie in seventh with 24. Nasfiri in eighth with 18. Bum in ninth with 16. And X Miss Axe in 10th with 5 points.